So welcome to Level Up TV with myself, Disrepute, and my good old friend Vor. How you doing, Vorpy?
I'm not really sure I'm old, and the idea that you just call me Vorpy is disturbing, to say the least.
But anyway, for the purposes of the VOD, are you fine?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Traditional sort of intro, you know, TV style. That's what I was going for. Didn't really work. Not very professional, was it?
No,
I'll hang my head in shame.
distinctly unprofessional, in fact.
What, to an embarrassing level?
No, not quite, but you're getting there.
This is the ESL Activity Matters Cup Series 2, and we're in the semi-final stage.
Semi-final.
Play versus Action League, and should be a very interesting match indeed. Sign up to our Twitter, Level Up TV, Facebook, Level Up TV, and YouTube, Level Up TV. Follow us on our Twitch channel, Level Up TV, and come and chat in our RC channel on QuakeNet.
Or on our Twitch channel.
Level Up TV, or a Twitch channel, yeah, do that. Let's go into the game. Grim Dungeon is going to be the first map, as selected by Action, I believe. Let's have a look at the teams quickly. Nitops, Blind, Gizmo for Action at the moment, waiting on, I think, Dash to reconnect.
Yeah, no ZLC. I mean, seen him this past weekend, of course, playing CTF in Eindhoven, but not going to be present for tonight's TDM Action Disc, which is disappointing because I say it every time, I love seeing ZLC play, especially when he's hitting his rockets.
I mean, it's not to say like he's a better player or anything, it's just, you know, there's
He's
certain
exciting
players, their style
so often.
is just very interesting, isn't it? Yeah. It's a bit like Puri. I always like watching Puri.
When he throws in his rocket jumps as well, I mean, not many people do that in TDM, but he often does it to great success, and it's good to see. Good to see different players trying different things.
So there's that play lineup: Puri, Senti, Mobius, and Shug. The two teams here, Vor, I mean, Scandinavian. Apart from Dash, but I don't know why he's got that Danish flag.
Hungarian.
Yeah. What are you expecting from these two teams? I mean, who's your favourite? Simply.
But we've seen playing, you know, reasonably well, but not brilliantly on DN14. And Action are normally very strong on this map, so I'd have to favour Action, at least on this first map, if it's going to be DN14 first. But, you know, this could be a close free mapper overall. Hard to say.
We've seen some amazing performances by Action at times, and
But
also,
yeah, the other end of the scale as well.
yeah, they're not very consistent in terms of their play.
Well, we saw them last week against 102 get taken apart, didn't they, really?
Yeah.
Which was a surprise.
I mean,
Not necessarily a surprise that 102 won, but just in the manner of which they won, which was just so dominant. Not used to seeing Action go down like that.
well, it made me think that 102 are going to easily walk the tournament, and then Mammoth won in the final, so...
Yeah, big surprise. Although totally deserved, Mammoth played great in that final.
Shows how close all these teams are at the top end nowadays. I mean, it really is close in the TDM scene at the moment. So
Yeah,
many teams.
we're quite fortunate at the moment. We do have so many close games. I mean, now that maybe there's certain players missing from the scene, you know, we don't have a, say, Reason Gaming just dominating everyone at the moment, or a Colwyn. And there are a hell of a lot of competitive teams at, you know, that level maybe just slightly under the absolute best level that Colwyn have displayed.
But not far.
Yeah, but not far off, and they can still hopefully catch up in time to that sort of level. But if Colwyn do make a return, then they have some serious competition awaiting them.
Let's get to the point where it'd be hard to find a player to add into each team to really improve them drastically.
2, 1.
Anyway, we're going to go live. Well, Puri off the start hasn't really got anything, so we're going to cycle around. Senti hasn't got much either. Mobus get the red, but he's pretty easily dispatched by the rocket launchers. Dash. He's now going aggressive on Shug. Looks like Action might come out on top in this red room initially.
5-0, so real dominant start here.
They didn't get the red.
That can be a serious problem for play on these first power-ups. You know, they're going to have to hope that these second items are easy pickups for them and hopefully secure that quad.
I do have the power-up times, and we're talking about 5 seconds time.
Yeah, I have them as well. Lucky me.
Aren't you lucky, boy? Oh, but it's double power-up for play, though, and they've really dropped the ball on that one, Action. Really badly. Let's see the battle, so I'm going to switch around to that, see where he's going to underground, cycle back to Puri as he moves into this red. No one here to be found. Whoa! Gizmo just grabbing the red. Probably the wise thing to do, actually, just deny the red. Puri's done exactly what you should do, move straight back to this area. Missed out on that shaft.
Doesn't matter though, he's still got a decent amount of ammo. And if his team aren't being attacked at red, he can stay here and look to pick up some kills. Upper yellow's coming up in 5 seconds for him, so once he gets that, he'll be solid.
Great LG,
good push, good push. You have to say, Action, they did that exactly right, and that's what you have to do. If a player is in that position like Puri was, you have to come with pretty much your whole team to get rid of him. And they only lost 1 kill doing it, so well handled.
Yeah, it was like good from both parts, in essence, because the shaft Puri hit was really nice, really clean. Took out the player, but showed why they need to commit so many people, because if they committed 1, he would have won out in the fight. Nice grenade spam there from Blind. He's now got 100 armor on the board, and he's got his lightning gun already.
The Action's staying very tight as well, not looking to let themselves get damaged ahead of the power-ups, but you know, that's a strong push in by play.
Wow, Blind, really nice LG there as well, 36%. Oh my god, the damage he's taken though. In critical position 25 seconds before this quad. I mean, play, if they've moved in here... Well, I don't know where they've gone. I thought there was another player there. Blind decides to pick up the 50 and the shards. With only 9 health. He better be careful here. He doesn't want to waste it.
Yeah, there is obviously the health below. That's fortunate that that's available for him. He's not going to stay for the quad though. He's going to
interesting. Going to push in. This is working quite well because they only had the rocket launcher there, though the railer in behind. Going to switch round to Sen to see if he made it across. He did. Rocket launcher dropped for him as well. There's the quad right in front of him. Pushes him. Actually gets the doorway. Oh my god, the quad's taken a lot of damage. In fact, the quad is eliminated. Look at that rocket pop Senti up. He's still alive. This is just the battlesuit just saving him there so badly. Play have come out on top there with this battlesuit. Great rocket. Nice little rocket jump as well, just trying to get a better shot in, but has to back off now. Yeah,
and Play are doing what they didn't really manage to do in their game against... God, who did they just play? What's happened to my memory? Who did they just play?
What?
Who did Play just play in the previous round?
What do you mean?
You don't know either, do you?
What? What are you talking about? They're playing Action. That's all that we need to talk about. I could tell you the previous round games, but I don't really feel like it.
Well, anyway, in their previous game, they were struggling to keep control of the red in the early stages of the game, but you know, this time they're not having that problem.
It was Def Crew.
Yeah, Def Crew, that was it.
I just thought I'd wind you up a little bit for a minute.
Good, good. Well played, well played.
It's not that I'd forgotten as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't.
Yeah, so one frag the margin is following Senti just cruising around in that lower yellow area. He did in fact deny that lower yellow from Action as well, which is something you've got to keep a watch on. If you're holding the yellow side, you can't afford to drop any yellows, otherwise you're losing that armor stacking game.
Yeah, unfortunately Blind already has a decent amount of armor.
Nitops too.
Yeah, so they'll be well placed for this next quad.
10 seconds to go until that spawns. Looks like Nitops might be pushing forward with his rocket launcher. Might be pushing forward. I'm kind of hinting at him actually, although he can't obviously hear me. Although it looks like he's going to take the quad. I thought it was Blind, Avor. Whoa, gotta be careful! Senti stole that red away from them. Puri gets the battlesuit. That is, I have to say, it's pretty poor play there to let Senti walk in like that.
Well, it's risky, isn't it? Action, again, take their stat player or a stat player to try and get suit, and you know, as a result, they've lost out on quad this time.
Yeah.
Luckily, this suit hasn't been too effective so far, but it has at least totally solidified the red armor position.
To be fair, it's what we wanted to see, I think. They left one player at the quad, and all the other three, I guess, we went over to the battlesuit. And that's what I want to see, risky manoeuvres and that. I think Nitops just should have just spammed back the player rather than letting him get in and trying to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, as I said, you said it's nice to see a manoeuvre where they actually try and go aggressive for the suit, but you know, when it doesn't work out, it does look like you've made a mistake. But if you pull it off, then everyone's saying, what an amazing play, so...
Superstar heroes. That's what we would have been saying. Switch around Nitops, got a bit of armor, he's got a rocket launcher. Him and Gizmo look like they're moving through, actually. Look, could be an attack on here. In fact, all four of them move in. Looks like a decent spread of players as well. Oh, look at this. Nitops takes away that rocket launcher.
Not hitting many rockets, though, is he?
This is not working out well for him. He basically did no damage, and that actually was probably the key to them not having a chance in that room. He had two players he could have probably taken out if he'd got the right rockets on. See Shug trying to go for that extravagant rail through the gap there. 7th impressive of the map. Let's have a look at his stats. 58% rail ball.
That's quite a lot of impressives to have on a DM14 at this stage. I mean, not normally associated with being a rail-heavy map, but when you're using it effectively on the defense of the red armor room, then I guess those impressives do quickly rack up.
Wow, rocket launcher down in there on this battlesuit. It's picked up Senti with the quad. See what happened to the battlesuit. Gizmo's only got 2 health.
Oh, he survived.
Yeah, he survived it somehow. Mobus, oh my god, pummels him, walks in, takes him out, and again play. Just having a much better time with these power-ups at the moment, Vought.
Yeah, they are indeed. In the action, 9 seconds of quad and 8 seconds of suit. Really not performing too well so far in the power-ups.
Senti just trying to rush through in these last few seconds. Actually,
oh, that would have been a big kill. Unfortunate not to.
Didn't have the ammo as well, so maybe he just realised and decided to back off. He had 12 ammo by the time he backed off that fight, but...
Well, he's playing it safe as well to some extent. I mean, maybe he'd have got the kill, but he could have been countered at any moment by a teammate of Blind, I think it was. So he's backed off, and the ammo might not be up at the moment, but if that lightning gun ammo comes up in the shotgun room, then that's another powerful weapon that his team have, and one that they don't generally have access to at the red.
Terrible's defensive spread there by play. They were just nowhere near the doorway where action came in, but it worked out pretty well in the end. Well, maybe not.
Well, this is a
close
fight. Action have maybe got the advantage on spawns. They seem to have been quicker back to this room, although it could have just been play deciding not to come back. Oh no, they're still coming in from rail, actually.
Yeah, I think it was fortunate spawns, actually. Probably seem to have dealt with it mostly. The initial attack. Blind, nice couple of frags there with the LG. Oh my god, rail comes out of kind of nowhere. The back of the room there is Puri. Nice pummel, and he's not going to give away the rail. Very important. Nitops has a little bit of armor. Not the most health in the world. Shaft in hand. We're looking to the power-up times as well. Red was picked up by Dash. Let's switch round to him. Right on top. Oh my god, he gets railed off. This battlesuit platform. There it is, picked up by Mobius. See the quad pickup. What's happening with that? It's still up on its spot. Senti's delayed it. Right, okay, this is... very interesting manoeuvre. It's a big delay as well.
Yeah, 12-second delay.
Now, was that a tactical choice, or was he just waiting for the teammates going ahead of him?
No, that was a choice. I think they've done that in hopes of dominating the suit for the rest of the game and taking it to quad each time. But it can be very risky. We've seen this in the past where team has intended to delay it and then play to suit every time, and then you know, they're on the receiving end with the suit taking quad for the rest of the game.
Simplifies the strategy for both teams. I mean, you might say, oh look, this is obvious, we'll just do this then, but the other team just says, well, that's what we have to do, we have to win over the red then. And then you see a lot of aggression, and if you lose out on it...
Yeah, it's now all about that battlesuit. I mean, you cannot... I don't know, I mean, we've seen some people take it and then hesitate and not get to the quad in time, but realistically you cannot avoid the suit from now on. You have to set up for it and have to attack it.
So, following Mobius still hitting 83% rail, but as I say, we don't get that many rail shots on this map, which is why we're quite surprised the amount of impressives at the 6-minute mark.
Yeah, well, quite often, you know,
wow, play have moved in here into the quad area. Shug just going down there. Gizmo gets an absolutely amazing spawn though, right on the spot where the lightning gun is, and I mean that was pretty lucky. He was the one that got the spawn there. Of course, the spawn system is spawn close to your teammates, so play probably pushing out aren't ever going to get handy spawns. Gizmo just sneaking in around the back of this battle suit. This is going to work out perfect for him if he can get the LG kill. Does take out Mobius. He's going to drop on this battle suit. It could be knocked off. It is. And now it's the race for the quad as we switch around to Puri hitting a really nice air rocket. He's going to save this red as well for a teammate. Oh my god, really great play by Puri. And look at play. They're in here for the quad. Expert play by Puri. And thank god we switched to him at that time. That was brilliant.
Yeah, I mean, they might not have been able to, well, neither team able to use the suit to get to quad, but, you know, once that suit's dead, it's just a race to the quad, as you say.
Three frags now. We've still got 13 seconds left on this quad run, moving through into the lower area. Full clip of LG to use up as well. He's got 20 armor. Palms off a rocket launch. Got to be careful going up this bounce pad, but Dash goes down pretty easily. He's gonna.
Oh, that's a big kill. They got no weapons to counter him with now.
That was a big kill because he removed that lightning gun from game. God, Gizmo
Very
must have had some armor.
By Puri there. I really think he should have stayed up top.
Yeah, he should have played the longer game then, just denied them that upper yellow for as long as he could. Probably would have forced them to attack in at the red, which they're doing anyway. And look, they're just being taken apart as they go in there. Play should have a massive advantage here.
Imagine the difference in score is starting to really add up. I mean, we're looking at 33 frags for difference now. That's quite a big margin to hold at this stage of the game.
We have seen this before, though, against Action, where they've gone down by a similar amount, about this amount of time in as well, and then suddenly turned it around, brought it back, and taken victory on this map. So it is possible still. Still got 7.5 minutes left to play. About 4 power-up cycles left. The next of which is in 15 seconds. That's going to be the battle suit. Senti just trying to block off this shotgun doorway before he takes the drop down 10 seconds before the battle suit. Ideally you want someone sitting up high, but they've both dropped down here. That's a risky maneuver.
Yeah, and he's looking at it slightly
no one's
nervous.
come. Nobody's come. Come last minute, one player. In fact, somebody did drop down the back, but too late. 4 seconds to go before quad. Looks like the quad will be picked up before Battlesuit gets there, won't it? Oh,
wow.
No, look at this!
It's a split power up, that's even more dangerous.
There we go, Shug with this quad. We'll stick with the quad. Usually the frag getter. Although as he's meeting no one, has switched around to the Battlesuit inside this red room. Comes up against Blind with that rocket launcher. That's a good kill as well to get. Probably the one person Action had with the weapon. It's closing in on a 50 frag margin for.
Yeah, big difference now, and
it paid off.
When you can split the power-ups like that, I mean, you'd often expect in a situation where the suit is first, but it's often that the suit doubles up and has both power-ups, but they were able to split them comfortably because it was a clean quad pickup, and it's so much more harder to deal with two separate power-ups running around the map.
Yeah, I mean, it really depends how much time you've got, obviously, if you just need to grab it and go, but in the ideal world, you'll have two players with a bit of armor, good health, the right weapons to utilize each, and then you can just split them either side of the map, and the other team is just going to have no chance against that.
Yeah, much harder to obviously avoid two different power-ups running around the map, but it's just to hopefully try and avoid one with both.
Action just wanted to stop this map already. I'm not sure, was the mercy limit last time 50 frags, or am I thinking of another cup?
Well, it's supposed to be 50 in this cup, isn't it? But I believe the server is actually set to 70.
Well, they seem not too happy. It is a 50 frag margin in play's favour.
Mercy limit set to 70.
70. Action actually wanting to make a substitute, at least for the second map. The thing about it is, it's not. The thing about Quake is that it's not as clear cut as saying, well, this team's stronger, so you're going to have to need a sub, because the map and the way it plays out is so different on each map that you really can't just guarantee that play are going to be better on the second map.
No, but this is quite, I think, promising for play in that they didn't look so strong on DN14 against Dev Crew, but they're having a good performance here against Action, who are often a renowned team on this map, but not today apparently.
Of course, yeah, some of the stats people are just talking about there. Damage reduction, 75% damage reduction. I thought it was for Battlesuit.
But it's been changed so often, isn't it? It's hard to keep up sometimes with all these different changes.
You do take splash damage as opposed to Quake 3 as well. You don't take much, but you just take a little bit. And on top of that, the quad damage is 3 times damage.
Yeah, work that one out. Quad damage increases your damage by 3 times, not 4 apparently.
So, for example, machine gun, that does, what, 4 damage?
Yes, this. Well done.
So if you do the maths, that's 12 damage per bullet.
Yep, so 10 bullets will take out pretty much most people that don't have any armour.
A plasma gunshot, how much does that do?
20.
And how
So
much would that be with
times
quad?
3, 60.
Is that 60? Wow, 60 damage per plasma bolt. That's 2 bolts hit somebody and they're dead for sure, pretty much, unless they got armour.
Yeah, but obviously plasma is notoriously hard to hit direct. Quite often you're hitting like the feet or just off the walls right next to them.
Rocket launcher, direct rocket does 100 damage, so 1 direct rocket with quad. Yep, that's the math, 300 damage.
Don't forget, if you happen to
kill
have
anything.
a quad and you see a dead body lying around, fire some rockets into it, because that's 300 damage.
That's why we can't completely trust the damage stats at the moment until that bug's fixed. So yeah, I don't know, they're just sort of waiting now because, what, the game's over? I mean, we got...
They've just said this game's over.
So why don't they just join spec action?
They like to play it out. The ones that are still here. Oh, LaForge is coming. Geordie. LaForge.
He's our favourite player. Of course, we love Star Trek Next Gen, don't we, Vought?
My favourite Star Trek.
It's my favourite after Voyager, Deep Space Nine, the original series, and
Shut
Enterprise.
up. You don't like any of those more.
Prepare to fight. 3.
Okay, Baz
2,
is 1/4, yeah, 1/4 and a third in CTF. Interesting. Some people say 2/3 damage, Battlesuit. Well, it's good that we all know. I can't remember, didn't we test it as well?
You might have done, I didn't.
We couldn't even remember who played in the last match we streamed for, so...
It's because they got a weird name. And they only play in this competition, don't they? They don't play in anything else.
Yeah. Well, this is a bit of an annoying end to this map. Like, why can't they just either carry on?
Well, they are carrying on. It's just 3v4 this, and
Really?
3v4 is quite hard
Well, they're going to hit the mercy limit pretty soon then.
in 8 frags.
I wish they'd just hurry up and do it then. Chop chop, chop chop, chop chop. We're going to go on to the second map soon then, which will be Purgatory. We haven't seen that played tonight. Again, double power-up map. Pretty fast-paced though. Lots of open areas.
Vote pass.